to the Bourbon Doctors. It's time for another quick tasting. So today, what do we have today, Chad? This your
I
thing.
picked out. This is something I was at the store the other day. This is a Breckenridge bourbon out of Colorado. And I'm a big fan of Breckenridge bourbon.
Yeah, you know, when we first met, I remember that was one of the things that you were like, oh, I got this bourbon from Breckenridge, Colorado. It's really good.
Mountain water, man. And this is a rum cask finish. And why I got it was because I want to say, hey, does that make a difference? Okay, there's a lot of gimmicks out there. There's sherry finishes, port wine, Cabernet. You know, they're putting in wine barrels. So this is they finished the bourbon and then they aged it a little longer in a rum barrel. Is it different? Is it worth it? And is it better?
So, I mean, you know, if you really wanted to test this out, then we'd be blinding it against Breckenridge regular to find out if it's different. And I'll say the other thing that I think makes this an interesting pick right now is rum is blowing up. Mm-hmm. We've got some friends who are big into rum. There's a lot of talk that this is going to be the next big spirit. Mm-hmm. I'm not a huge rum fan. No. I mean, I've tasted it. I mean, we're the bourbon doctors for a reason. We're not the rum doctors.
That's true.
But hey, I'm willing to give it a try. Let's do it. Let's open it up.
Let's try it. Quick tasting. You know.
Am I pouring?
You're pouring.
Well, that went so well last time. Maybe it was the time before.
Well,
this one was a little easier to open.
I'm not going to criticize you pouring. Now, because my big thing is, I know what bourbon tastes like. I know what good bourbon tastes like. Does the rum finish make a difference? Does it impart a sweetness? Because to me, if you were to just say, what do you think? I would think it's going to be sweeter.
Yeah, I mean, the whole thing with rum, right? It's sugar cane. It's got that molasses kind of.
It's a different sugar source.
Who's the college boy now, bitch?
Oh, I smelled that.
Are you sure about that? Yeah. I mean, on the nose, it certainly has a little bit of a sweeter smell to it.
It's definitely changes the bourbon.
Oh, wow.
It is definitely different.
That almost is too sweet.
It is sweet. I mean,
that is a sugary, sweet bourbon.
It's almost not even bourbon.
I don't.
I mean, it still is bourbon. Here's what I'll tell you. My conclusion is cask finishing changes the flavor profile for sure.
For sure. Well, at least in this instance, my thing is that this is almost too sweet for my palate. I mean,
here's what I'll tell you. This is a wonderful summer sipper.
It might be.
Sit outside on a nice hot summer night, and this is a nice summer sipper. I think this would go well, you know, and again, to the beginners out there, this is easy. This is easier than regular bourbon.
If you want a introduction into bourbon,
and you like your
drink sweet, here you go.
Go with a rum cask finish. This is Breckenridge's.
Here's the thing.
Very sweet.
I don't like it. It is.
I like it in the appropriate setting. It's not something I'd say, wow, this is my go-to.
No,
definitely not.
This is
because it is really sweet. But on those nights when it's really hot, it's 100 degrees, it's humid, and you want something that's not spicy, you want something that's a little sweet, you throw that in with a little, pineapple juice or something.
God, this to me is almost dessert territory.
Hey.
Which
I agree.
There ain't nothing wrong.
This is a dessert bourbon.
This is your dessert bourbon. It is.
This is a dessert bourbon.
I don't think there's a lot of there's not a lot of complexity to this. It is just overpoweringly sweet. Which, if that's your jam, pick you up some Breckenridge.
Here's what I'll say: Breckenridge rum cask finish, very sweet, great for dessert, good bourbon. Yeah, I wouldn't even call it bourbon. I'd call it
this is almost not bourbon.
It's almost like a mix of bourbon and rum.
Yeah.
So in the right setting, I don't think it's bad. I just think
okay. In the Chad Bus scale, where does this fall in the Chad Bus scale?
Okay.
Remember the Chad Bus scale: 3 for taste, 1 for bottle, 1 for
3.5.
3 for taste, 1 for bottle, 1
This
for
is,
value.
Here's what I'm going to tell
1
you.
for value. So how much did you pay for
The bottle
this?
is like not great.
See,
so I'm giving
now
it a
I will say the
0.5.
Tiffany's Blue.
That's kind of cool.
I mean, it really it pops.
As a
right?
plastic surgeon, you know the Tiffany Blue. So
Well,
I don't know.
I don't know, but
It does pop.
It does pop. It stands
I'm giving it
out on the
0.5
shelf.
for the bottling. I'm giving it the value. For
How much was this?
$60.
This was $60.
It was like 52. It was over $50.
All right.
And for taste, 2.5, half, 3.5 points.
See, this is why I'd give it a 2-1-0 maybe.
All right.
Maybe I give it a 3.
And if you're someone who's starting out and you're like, hey, I want to mix this with a little pineapple juice, that's probably a
if you're
real
mixing it
summer
for
drink.
$60, I'm not mixing this with pineapple juice,
Yeah, that's true.
right?
Some people would, though. You and I wouldn't.
No.
But I guarantee there's people watching who would.
Fair.
All right. What do we say?
That wraps up this episode of the Bourbon Doctors.
Like, subscribe, and remember,
Bourbon is for drinking.
cheers. Fucking dogs. God damn it.